Hi and welcome to another YouTube video. In today's video I want to show you this forest overgrown A-frame cabin that I've built, and this one was actually quite a fun process of how this all came to be, because with this one I didn't find like an inspiration picture for a house like I usually do. I actually had the inspiration for the landscape without a real house in mind, and then I thought like, hey, I just really feel like building a very landscape focused build right now, and then I'm going to see what kind of house I'm going to plop into the middle of it, if any. Like at first, because I knew that I really wanted to build like a forest type landscape, I thought at first that maybe I would put something like a campsite in the middle, which I think would have been kind of fun, but I am very happy with the build and how it turned out at the end, especially because I've never actually built an A-frame house in The Sims before, so this one was such a fun process, and I think I'm going to do it again. I always saw so many of like my Simmer friends or my builder friends or people that I look up to build A-frame houses, and I never... if I say I never quite understood the appeal, I'd be kind of lying, because they do look really pretty, so I kind of get the appeal, but I always thought that maybe like a more normal looking cabin in the woods was more dreamy or was speaking to me more. But the process of building an A-frame cabin is so cool and so unique that I totally get the appeal now, and also I do have more appreciation for A-frame houses or A-frame cabins when I see them, or when I see pictures of them from real life now. So that was kind of fun. But yeah, the reason why I built this landscape that was meant to be a forest with a river running through it, and as a child I was always so intrigued when rivers would form kind of little islands in the middle, and so I thought, why not just make a landscape like this myself? So I did, and I used that as an opportunity to make like a super quick tutorial about how to build a functional bridge in The Sims 4 on TikTok as well as on YouTube Shorts. So if you have already seen that short or that TikTok from my channels, then you probably know a little bit of that landscape already. But however, at the point when I posted that short, I have not had like anything of the actual build in progress yet, so that one is all new and all for you to discover with me. So when the bridge was finished, which was a very fun project, because usually I build like stone bridges and sometimes they even have a roof and they are like, I don't know, very well kept, but this time I deliberately wanted to have a very like old looking wooden bridge, even though it ended up being kind of wide just because of the walkway and because of the way that the landscape and the terrain manipulation had turned out. But yeah, when it came to the actual house, the actual A-frame cabin, I was already so excited, and the roof was the first kind of obstacle that was very fun to tackle, because I don't know if other people have had that problem with A-frame cabins yet, or if that was kind of a unique problem for me, because I built the whole house on an angle, so diagonally. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with building diagonal houses. I've done a lot of that, especially like in the past year, and it always makes my life so hard, and I do it over and over and over again, and I don't know why I do it, but I kind of really like the way that it looks in the end, and I think it just worked better on the slots to have it diagonally. So I guess that's why I did it. But yeah, with the diagonal came the challenge that the roof pieces of the ground floor and of the second floor didn't line up, like no matter what I did. And first I thought, hey, I'm going to take this as a chance, and I took the roof pieces from the second floor that stick out a little bit more, and I extended them so that they went through the like entire length, and I tried to make it so that the outer pieces are glass, and I thought that would be super cool because then it's like the entire build is like kind of framed in glass, whereas the layer below that is like a normal roof type of texture. But yeah, that didn't quite work because there was a lot of like weird wall pieces sticking through it, and you could see all of that through the glass, so it ended up not really looking too nice. So I decided to just go with 2 layers, but just like abandon the glass roof. And I do really like it because that gave me the opportunity to have the outer layer of the roof have a black roof trim and the layer underneath have a brown roof trim. And I think that has such a nice contrast because also on the exterior I worked with the black windows from Moschino stuff, and then on top of that like a very nice brown wood paneling on the outside, and the roof now kind of reflected that. And on top of that I used the roof texture from Cottage Living, the one that is kind of like a thatched roof, which has the huge advantage that it also appears on the inner side of the roof. I know I have explained that a couple of times before, but that is just the reason why I build with thatched roofs so much, because I don't want this like weird, ugly white texture underneath the roof. I want the roof texture, like when you look up at it, to reflect the same texture that it is on the outside, and that only happens with the thatched roofs, so I use them always and everywhere, and I used them here again. And yeah, so the windows also were kind of like fiddly to figure out because it's a diagonal, and on the diagonal nothing really matches up, but in the end, and with a little bit of fiddling around, I think I found something that does work, and now there's just lots of natural light on the inside of this build, which makes me very happy. And speaking on the inside of the inside, I had so much fun with the inside of this build. I went with a lot of like black tones while still trying to make it feel kind of homey and nicely decorated, but I don't know why the black just fit into the interior so well. Actually, I have to say, with the kitchen, I had the kitchen before in a swatch where you have like a dark brown like counter, but then a white countertop. And looking back at the footage, I actually prefer that swatch, whereas in the actual build I did end up changing it to the like very black and dark brown swatch because it fit better with the other stuff. For me now, looking back at it, it's too much black on the interior. It's just very dark, everything that has like a nice warm, I don't know, wood cabin feel to it, which was what I was going for. Like, make it modern but still make it feel like a wood cabin, and I think these dark tones kind of capture that, so I'm not mad at it, but a little bit more contrast would have been nice. But yeah, it's nice like that as well. And if you want to change it when you download this build, you totally have my blessing to change it to whatever color you want. Then on the upstairs, the decoration progress was a little bit more difficult because there was always this kind of roof pieces in the way of me looking at it. It kind of felt a little bit like playing with the dollhouse, where like there's something in the way and you have like to look over something to kind of place the things the way that you want them to be placed. But anyways, it was a bunch of fun. And yeah, like in my last build, I don't know what's up with me lately, but in my last build, I also forgot to put in a bathroom until the very last second when I remembered that houses need a bathroom. And this with this one, I had the exact same problem. I wanted to upload it to the gallery, noticed there wasn't a bathroom, and put in a bathroom last second. This time it was kind of good because I still had some leftover space basically inside of the roof pieces, and it all worked fine. So I'm very happy with that. And now I really hope that you liked and enjoyed this video. I really hope that you are excited. Oh god. I really hope that you are excited for the new game pack coming out tomorrow, the same as I am. I have so much stuff planned. I first want to build kind of like a starter house using only the base game and the new game pack, and then I want to create like a big wedding castle that's going to take me about a week. So be excited for this. I'm excited for it. I wish you the most lovely rest of your day. I really hope that you liked and enjoyed this video. If you would consider subscribing or giving this video a like, I would be super thankful for that. And yeah, I hope we'll see each other again.